So we're back with another video, and this one was tough to narrow down the list to just 5. And so just a fast disclaimer here, I'm just an average everyday consumer, and my goal is to hopefully help you make informed decisions when it comes to purchasing tech, especially when it comes to Apple products. I'm a big Apple fan, and so that's kind of what my channel is about. But also, I'm a working guy. I have a family, I have children, and so I do shop on a budget at times. And so through the course of my time with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, I did buy a lot of different cases. I didn't end up returning some, but the 5 that I'm going to show you today are my top 5 that I use pretty much regularly throughout the week. I interchange the case depending on what I'm doing. So hopefully you find this video helpful. I will also have a couple runners up that are pretty good cases, but just didn't make my top 5. And so I'll leave the link to all of these cases in the description below. But let's go ahead and just jump right in with number 5, and that is the Apple Silicone case. All right, now I typically am not a big fan of the Apple Silicone case, but this year, this cream orange sherbet colored case, the color caught me, and so I picked it up and I used it, and I instantly just kind of fell in love with the aesthetic that this case gives. Now, you've got your cutouts for the action button, your volume button, power button here, as well as the cutout for the bottom. Pretty small cutout, which I tend to have a problem with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, how small these cutouts are. If you're using a bigger cable, these just aren't big enough for the cable to fit. So you really have to be using the Apple branded cables or a slimmer USB-C cable to fit in here. But I like the feel. I like the color. It does have a nice snug grip on the iPhone, but it does come in at number 5 because, again, it's not my favorite material, silicone, but I do like this color, and I do like that now Apple has a lot more of their cases are coming with a full, complete closed lip. I believe in the past, Apple Silicone left that open at the bottom, which they do with their clear case, but it's not my favorite thing to leave this open. So now that this is a fully enclosed case, it's not that bad of a case, but I really like the color. And this is more of a case that I use when I'm going to the gym. Maybe I'm cooking in the kitchen. It's very easy to wipe down and clean off this case. And then we do have my little pop socket thing here by Belkin. Pretty strong magnet. I don't have the phone in there, but pretty strong. You got to do a little bit of force to pull it off. So MagSafe, I've come to find with Apple products, MagSafe typically tends to work the best with that. So this is number 5, the Apple Silicone orange sherbet orange cream case. That's my number 5, and I'll just set that kind of right here. Now we're going to move on to my number 4 case, and that is the Ghost case by Dbrand. All right, now I have a video up on my channel about this case. I was really loving this case when I first opened it up, first week or 2 with this case, but it instantly dropped down on my list just because of all the smudges and scratches that this case picked up in just normal wear and tear. Putting the case in, pulling it out, sliding in my backpack, sliding in my pocket, a lot of scratches. So this moved down to number 4, but I'll talk about what I like about it. Now, people are making fun of the fact that the sides look like zip ties, but I actually think that is a very grippy material. So I do like the grip. The aesthetic is a little weird with the zip ties, but I do like the way it feels in your hand. Very grippy. The buttons are tactile, and again, you've got your cutouts for your power button, volume up and down, as well as the action button here. So you're getting all the coverage that you normally would get. You've got their MagSafe is indented and kind of raised. See if I can show you the best I can here, but typically you see some MagSafe magnets on the inside. Dbrand and Ghost case kind of have theirs elevated on the outside, which tend to lead to it not being the strongest magnet. All right, now with the phone in here, this is very weak. This is my favorite thing to test, this little Belkin magnet, but I mean it's strong without the phone, so it's proof that the MagSafe works. But when I have my phone in here and I'm putting my MagSafe accessories, it doesn't take much force for it to kind of get jostled loose or fall off completely. So not the strongest magnets I've ever seen, but I do like the design, the black, and then when you put your phone in here, I have the natural titanium iPhone. Looks really awesome in here. We're looking at the ports and the cutouts. I do like the fact that this cutout will fit thicker cables. So that is one plus side of this case, that you can fit the bigger USB-C cables. You've got your volume cutouts. But overall, very light, very slim, very minimalistic, allows you to showcase your device. But for me, it moved down to number 4 just for the sheer fact that it's proven to be not very durable. Okay, so this is the Dbrand Ghost case for iPhone 15 Pro Max. This is my number 4 case. Okay. Moving to number 3, we got a little bit more luxurious case here. We have the leather Andar case here. I believe this is the Aspen series, the technically red colorway. All right, so this thing, as you can see, just already, just aesthetically, is a beauty. So this is my number 3 case. I miss leather. I have another video on my channel about kind of the introduction of fine woven versus leather, but I do miss Apple leather, and so because we don't have it, I had to search a little bit outside of the Apple website, and watching some YouTubes, doing some reviews and research, I decided to try Andar out, and another YouTube channel that I watch, Technically T. This is his official red colorway, and so I was like, I want to support the channel. I also want to give leather a try, and so I purchased this one. So we look here, we've got our volume up and down, but there originally was an issue with this first release of this leather case. When it came out, it didn't have the action button cutout. There is a correct version of this case up on the website now, but this case was so good, and I haven't quite found a use for the action button, that it wasn't really a necessity for me to return this case just for the action button cutout. Okay, so you won't get that on the first model, but it is fixed. I'm going to keep this as kind of the original one that was released, but you can't beat the color. All right, you've got your power button here. We've got some Andar branding down here, but really smooth, really good premium leather feel. When I first took this out of the box, it had that premium leather smell. All right, you've got your camera cut out here, and it's pretty light of a case. When you do put it on your phone, it does give your phone a little bit of bulk, but it really feels good in the hand. And as you know, with leather, over time, it patinas, it textures, it scratches and nicks, and your case kind of evolves and looks unique. All right, when we flip it down and we look at the cutouts, we've got our volume cutouts, but again, this case here is small on the USB-C port. So just your basic standard USB-C slim cables are going to fit in there, the Apple branded ones. Then anything bigger won't fit. All right, you don't see the imprint on the back, but this case is MagSafe. You see the ring in there. So we'll just do our little proof that it's MagSafe on here. It is MagSafe. All right. And this actually is a pretty strong magnet in here as well. When I have the phone in here, I don't have a problem with my accessories falling off, jostling around, getting repositioned. So very good magnet, very good feel. And when you look on the Andar website, I'd have to say this is probably one of the most unique colors that they have for leather on their website. All right, so overall, this is my number 3 pick, and I think it's a decent case if you're in the market for leather, if you're in the market for a more luxury look to your device, definitely suggest checking out Andar and checking out the Aspen case. Pretty good case, offers pretty good protection. So that's my number 3 pick there. All right, moving into number 2 is another clear case, and this one is by Spigen. So this is the Spigen Clear Hybrid, I believe this one is called. All right, and I've only had this one for a little bit of time, but it instantly moved up to my top 5 because with natural titanium, I've been looking for a clear case that would show off my color of my iPhone, have strong magnets, and then also feel good in the hand. And for a value in price compared to some of the other cases that I've purchased, this case, for its price, for what it does, it's comfortable, adds decent protection, doesn't add too much bulk to your phone, instantly moved up to number 2 on my list. And so on here, you're going to get your action button cutout, you're going to get your volume button cutouts, you're going to also get your power button cutouts. And if we can kind of see, I'll try to tilt the camera if I can, is there's kind of like these slits in between the buttons that kind of allow them to breathe, but they're very tactile. This case is light, and I decided to go with the gold. They've got many different colors that you can get for the MagSafe ring, but I decided to go with the gold. Accents the iPhone natural titanium pretty well. And as you can hear, that nice pull and clap. That is a very, very strong magnet in this Spigen case. So another reason why it's number 2 on my list is the MagSafe is top notch. I don't have to worry about my accessories falling, sliding, adjusting on here. You've got your camera ring, just like the rest of the phone cases. Most of the cases now have camera ring. Nothing crazy about the camera ring. All right, but again, it's not the slippery clear case that you're used to. It does have some pretty good grip to it, even though there's no indentations or anything in the case. The material itself is pretty grippy. And then you've got your little bit of Spigen branding that's noticeable there because it's in white. So I like this case, and it moved into number 2 as well because of the cutouts. All right, so you've got your volume cutouts, but then this cutout here is also big enough to fit all the USB cables. And so, in terms of why that's important to me, when I'm filming, when I'm on the go, and I just want to keep my phone protected and be able to transfer files or charge my device with whatever USB cable I want to use, I can just keep my phone in the case. And so that's just a level of convenience that I've been looking for in these cases, and so that's the reason why this is number 2. And I think this beats the Ghost case for me. Is just form factor, design, magnets, versatility, and it offers really good protection. It's also got these little air cushion technology, airbag things on here for drop protection. All right, not going to give you the most protection, but it's going to protect your phone, and it's going to allow the colors to shine through on your device. So pick this up late in the game after launch of the iPhone, but it is easily one of my favorite cases and deserves its spot at number 2 in my top 5. All right, so the Spigen Hybrid Clear Case. Again, so I'll put all the links in the description of my top 5 as well as my runner-ups. I'll put the price in there as well, and I'll also include how light these are. I don't have a scale or anything like that to weigh them, but I'll throw up just what the website says their weight is. I'll put those up there for you guys so you have them for reference. All right, now we're moving to number 1, and that is my Phone Rebel Gen 5 Aramid fiber case. All right, this thing, I'll tell you a quick story. It took me forever to get this case. I had issues in the mail getting this case, but when I finally got the case, I knew that this was going to be my top case. All right, so we'll just take a quick look at some of the features. You've got these beautiful buttons, which you've got your action button, you've got your volume buttons here. All right, these are interchangeable, as well as the camera ring. You can come out and customize the colors on their website. You can buy different colored accessories. The Phone Rebel brand comes out and has a different color, as well as the power button has a color. So all very tactile buttons. Aramid fiber has become one of my favorite case materials this year, and very reminiscent, I would say, of mouse case, if you've ever tried mouse case. But I would say that Phone Rebel has nailed it this year, and this is a really, really good case. All right, so you've got your MagSafe ring on the inside. You've got your Rebel Gen 5 branding in there as well. And then, don't know, you can see it. I'll try to tilt it, but all four corners of the phone kind of have this raised lip on there, which allows you to set your phone flat and the screen not touch the table or whatever you're setting your phone down on. So I really like that. It's protecting your screen. If you don't decide to go with the screen protector, this case protects your screen a little bit. If you have a screen protector on there, you're getting twice as much protection when you set it down. All right, now the thing that really moved this up to number one for me is the fact that they added, if you can hear this, they added these little indentations on here that I absolutely love, that have given this case the utmost grip. I would say out of all the cases that I have, this phone has the most grip. I have yet to drop my phone in this case. And because of the material and the way this phone case is designed, I know that if I drop my phone in this case, it is going to be protected 100%. And so, like I said, being a person that is on the go, I have a family, anything can happen when you've got little children running around. You set your phone down, it slips out of your pocket. This case, 100% confidence, I know is going to protect my device, and it just looks awesome. All right, so the Aramid fiber wins me over, but really good case. Anyone that knows about Phone Rebel and you've used any of their cases in the past, grip has been an issue, and so by them adding these on the sides really just solidified this as number one in my list. Now, I've been praising this case. The one downside I will say when we get to the ports is this is a case where if I need to use a bigger charging cable, I will have to take my phone out of the case, but it is not that big of a deal. I use MagSafe most of the time, and so it's not really a game changer, but in terms of, you know, not wanting to have to take your phone out of the case all the time, that's the point of having a phone in the case, I think, is to leave it in there. And so that is one of the downsides. And then I'll say it is a tad bit bulky. It does add a little bit of weight and bulk to your device. If you're looking to keep your iPhone thin and minimalistic, this case doesn't necessarily do it, but it's not bad. All right, when your phone's actually in the case, the way they've made these sides and these lips to create, you really go from scrolling right onto screen wherever you're at. And that's one of my favorite things about this case is the way they designed the lips to protect your device, but then the side panels here, when you are on your phone scrolling, text message, picking your phone up, it just feels like you kind of have your phone naked in your hand because you avoid this lip, which oftentimes you feel on screen protectors and cases. There's that lip when you go to scroll onto your screen. It's kind of annoying. The way they've designed this is very smooth. You go right onto the screen. It's very natural. And so just ergonomically, the way it feels, top-notch case. So see as well on the Phone Rebel Gen 5 that it does have some strong magnets as well. It's on there pretty good. So just another reason why this case is number one on my list. And you just, at this point, come to expect with MagSafe that if you're going to get a MagSafe accessory, the magnets should be pretty good. And so another good, strong snap and pull and clap on that magnet. So Phone Rebel and their Gen 5 case does not disappoint with MagSafe strength. This is number one in my list, the Phone Rebel Gen 5. All right, number one, if you haven't seen these, if you're interested in Aramid fiber, I totally suggest that you give this one a try. This thing is sweet, and that is my number one. All right, so I'm going to move these to the side so that I can talk about the runner-ups. All right, we'll set these over to the side. And the first one we'll talk about in the runner-ups is another clear case by ESR. Now, in my process of finding the perfect clear case, I did purchase this ESR clear case off of Amazon, and by the looks, it almost looks identical to the Spigen, very different than the Ghost case, but a couple things that just really made it a runner-up for me was, again, the port size for USB-C is a little too small, and then I did find this case to just be a little bit too boxy and slippery compared to the Ghost case and the Spigen, and so it just wasn't the most comfortable to hold. And I have big hands, and so grip and the ability to keep my phone in my hand and comfortability is super important. So this just wasn't the most comfortable case, but it had all of your button cutouts that you'd come to expect for the new phone: the action button, the volume button, power button. It's got the slits as well to breathe like Spigen. It's got these air bubble cushion bags here, if you can see them on the corners, that give it some drop protection, and it does have a little bit of a slanted, raised camera bump. So I would say bang for buck. I'll put price and weight and all that stuff on the screen. This case is really cheap, but has really good value. It hasn't yellowed, it hasn't scratched, and so it's possible that this could be the clear case that you're looking for. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, you want to show the value and color of your device, but also have some pretty good protection. I've dropped this already. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I've dropped it, but it's barely scratched right here where I dropped it, and it did nothing to my phone. So I can vouch already for protection. It's going to protect your phone on drops, and you're going to be able to see the color of your iPhone. But because of some of the other cases and what Spigen was able to do with their clear case for still the same great value and money, this is just runner-up. If any of my clear cases yellow, become damaged, or don't work, ESR is in the bullpen ready to go and is still a really good value clear case. Okay, so that's runner-up number one. Second runner-up that I have is the Benks Aramid, I believe, magnetic case. Throw up all the information on the screen. This thing right here is, I fell in love with this case as soon as I got it, but that was because Phone Rebel had not come in the mail. As soon as I put Phone Rebel on, this slid to runner-up. But some of the things I like about it, obviously, is the minimalistic form factor. It's a thinner Aramid fiber case. You do have the Aramid fiber on the back. It's a little bit slippery, but you've got a nice metal camera ring here that feels really good in your hands when you're holding the phone. Just to go from Aramid fiber to that metal texture feels really good. You've got your volume up and down buttons, action button cut out with a little orange accent there, and then you do have your power button, and they all kind of just match in color. Port-wise, it is a smaller cutout, so slim cables only, none of the big ones. And you've got your volume cutouts, and you've got your MagSafe ring on the inside. Okay, and so I'll do it real quick. Didn't do it for the ESR, but pretty strong grip there on the Benks, and then runner-up for ESR. As you heard that clap, snap, very strong magnet on ESR. So if you're looking for clear case with a strong magnet, ESR, great value. If you're looking for a more minimalistic Aramid fiber Kevlar material case with less bulk, maybe not as much drop protection as the Phone Rebel, a little bit on the pricey side. Again, I'll throw the price up there. But if this is more your style, if this is more the protection you're looking for with some of those accenting features, this is a great case. It feels great in the hands, has some decent grip on the sides. I would say the downside is very slippery on the back. And so if you're a texture person, if you're a grip person, that could be something that is a no-go for you on that case. But my vulnerable case ever malfunctions, I've got a runner-up in the Benks case and vice versa in the ESR. All right, so that is it for this video. That is my top 5 iPhone 15 Pro Max cases for 2023. Again, a lot of cases got returned. A lot of cases I just had to say no to after watching some reviews and research. And so these are the top 5 cases that made the cut. All right, I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys. These are my favorite cases. Let me know what your favorite cases are this year. What are you rocking? Are you team Apple? Are you team Android, Pixel? What are you? What accessories are you using with your devices? Let me know. If you found this video helpful, if you liked the content and want to support the channel, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell so you know when new content goes live. But I'm out of here. Like always, be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.